got it?
I got it.
Say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Well, how was...
Hi, Abby. How are you doing?
Good.
Did you get to go swimming the other day?
I did.
Awesome.
And ask Mark if he caught any fish today.
Did you catch any fish?
I caught 4 of them.
Woohoo!
4 of them?
Ask Mark if they were big ones.
Are they big ones? Were they
No,
big
they were
ones?
little ones.
A little one.
Oh, bummer.
Aw, a
I
baby
always catch little ones.
fish.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Just get on the road?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. You know something? To be honest with you, I don't think it's really getting better much. Oh, the bike's getting better. But can you explain to me what this massive cold front's gonna do? Yeah, and it's gonna get, I'm talking nasty. Blowing against the current. You might see your first ever 4-footers on the river.
The Tiki, I think that was the first place. Right there used to be the first hotel I ever stayed at for a fishing tournament. And now it's gone. There's Mark's stuff right there, guys.
How many years you lived down here?
My whole life. I've been fishing on this river probably ever since the tournament started. I've been fishing with my dad for probably until he got done in 2005, so I fished with him for 20 years. So I fished down here for 35, 40 years.
And that's why I came here with about a day and a half of practice time. Mark's got it all figured out and all dialed in.
You are sadly mistaken.
Plastics?
Tails, plastics. So you tell me. I don't want you to reorganize your whole boat.
I think this compartment can be yours. That way you've always got a go-to.
Okay, but I want you to have those in the boat.
Flicker sheds? Yeah. Here, I'll put those over here. History, Mark. When did you start Easy Step?
Built my first step in 2001 for my dad, and then started the business in 2002. There was no such thing as steps on boat trailers.
Wait a second. Who was first? Bass Cat or Easy Step?
I take that back. Bass Cat had him on a bass boat.
Mark was able to launch an entire business that changed the industry just so that he could solve a problem for his dad. So that's pretty rewarding.
Oh, yeah. I mean, any step's better than no step. I do believe still today, Easy Step is the strongest, safest step out there.
We're off to not the quickest start, Mark, are we?
No, but you got to be prepared.
This is the benefit of fishing with somebody that has decades of experience on this section of river. We already have a general milk run in between those 2 ears right there. So that helps. And basically I just said, let's go up to the dam. I just want to see how that lays out up there. See what kind of, and then actually throughout this entire milk run, I just kind of want to see what the recipe would be for each area. So as we roll into an area, in my mind, I'm thinking what would work here, and everything that it would take to make a successful pass. You hear that?
Oh, right. Looks like a coyote down at the pups.
Go like this. There you go.
Wow.
So I've got this 7.9 for pumping flies. You ever do that out here?
Never done it. Never. I've never. I know they do it in the.
It's fun, man. Put your trolling motor down. How's fishing today?
Haven't dropped the line yet.
It's noon.
I'm doing what everybody should do on a brand new body of water.
Just look around.
Just look around.
Well, we can't go no further.
Nope. Gotta see top to bottom.
This looks fishy right over here, doesn't it? It's good to see you, Dale. Right behind the boat, 30 feet. 2 of them. Mark. That's too late. I'm busted. Nice walleye. I'll get it. No. That was a 4 or 5 pounder. That was a nice fish. Come on, that guy knows the rivers. Let's follow him.
All right, let's do it.
We're getting our butts kicked right now. We're on a community stretch. What is this called? Peru?
Proof Flats.
We're on the
Seabeat Beach area.
Guys are just lighting them up on cranks. Now, Mark, show them your phone of what we got coming on Friday, because it's about to get pretty bad. And it might be too windy here. Let's see. The wind's already ripping. If you can't see, it's ramping up. We've got, which means it's probably not going to clean up very good for us.
No, the lowest it's going to get is, like right now we're at 19 feet. Lowest it's going to get down is my 18.7, but then it's going to skyrocket Saturday. Friday it's going to go up maybe 4 or 5 inches, but then by Saturday it's going to be up a total another 1.5 feet.
Okay, so it's going to get dirtier, swifter.
Make a prediction then.
Okay, go. Let's hear it.
9 pounds a day will get you in the money.
No.
Yes. I think unless there's a magic bite for some reason when the front comes in that they, stay active.
Mark, I watched boats catch 9 pounds in front of us today.
Yeah. But we believe we could catch the same fish doing what they're doing, but we're trying.
We're trying to do the complete opposite.
Process of elimination.
Mark had another bite going, what was this, 20 years ago?
Yeah,
15 years
when you
ago?
were first starting out.
And you're like, you gotta come up here. This is where you gotta be. And I'm like, I'm making them bite here, and I'm doing it my way.
So you have to understand, Joe fished with his dad. And his dad was like, Joe was the captain. His dad was just a passenger that enjoyed watching Joe fish because this is Joe's passion. So Joe's on fish that he's graphing. We're on fish that we're catching. And we kind of had a spot to ourselves. And I kept telling Joe, because we were all teamed up, you have to come up here, dude. We are smoking them. And Joe's like, no, I'm making these fish bite. I'm going to do whatever I can to make these fish bite. And I'll tell you, if it wasn't for lack of effort, because he stayed there. If you looked at his graph, it looked like a sewing machine needle. It was all one big ball of lines.
Okay.
I'm wanting to know what Mr. Joe Okada thinks after his first day on the river.
We have about a half a day to get our act together, don't we, Mark?
Yeah. And the weather is doing nothing but turning.
Ugly.
Yes.
And the water's gonna come up.
Yes.
And you're afraid that little shelf where all that life was at the dam today is gonna get washed out.
Yes. Petrified.
Well, we just have to think of something. I think tomorrow I'd like to do more cranking, just to get comfortable on what we got to do, and then
Get a system down, but come tournament day, especially Saturday, it'd be no holds barred. Try everything you got in the boat.
You and I are both in the back of the boat.
That's fine. That's fine. That's why we run 6 and 3s. And if we want, we can still run
3s off the back, so they go way in the.
so they go further back. So when you start turning, the 6s swing underneath the 3s.
Don't make fun of my backing up skills.
You did great this morning, one time. Just don't run over my mailbox.
Well, I'm just about to. See, I don't have my mirrors out like elephant ears right now. I tucked them in because
Why don't you put them out there then?
Guy made fun of me, and now I put them in.
I mean, you got to cut it. There you go.
Chase it. Time to chase it.
Chase that son of a gun. Whoa, now pull forward.
What a spoiled boat for this tournament.
What's that?
I'm gonna, now that I have a feel for the river and the kind of the flow and depth of water that we're fishing, I'm gonna do a little retying and just get stuff tuned up. The wind is really cranking now all of a sudden, starting to drop in temperature, so I think the nice day is over with. It's time to get ready for the nasty stuff.
See, cord?
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Look at this. We never go to tournaments and have a garage to back in and power to hook up to. So what I do is I have, that's a 16-volt battery right there. So I have a dedicated charger, 16-volt charger just for that. But it's off a splitter that plugs in to here. And the rest of them are tied into the power pole charge. So I plug this in here. Then I come in here and I've got this cord which will plug into my 16-volt charger that will tie into here.
If it's dirty and we're following cranks left and right, it's gonna be busy enough to keep 4 rods. But come tournament day, if we can keep rods clean, you get 6 rods done, you get that much more bait. And with the weights that we've got them, I got 12-foot rods we put out the side. You're covering a swath right here. And then one at a 45 and one straight up. When I seen you, you was just a little girl. Now you're getting really big, aren't you?
Yeah.
What a doll.
Morning, everybody. We're just getting our first pass underway here. Tournament starts tomorrow. What are we doing before we even learn anything in the next few hours here? What's Mark want to do tomorrow? Because we can't. Here's the thing with team tournaments. You know what screws up a lot of teams and strategies in team tournaments?
Overthinking it.
Yeah. Oh well. Welcome to my world. But it's when there's too many cooks in the kitchen, isn't there, Mark?
Oh yeah.
So, do you want to be the cook tomorrow, or am I the cook tomorrow?
Well, why don't we both just throw in our choice of recipes and see which one comes out doing it, and then we can go with that recipe.
That sounds fantastic.
I mean, you got one side of the boat, I got one. If you do better, we can rotate. If the other does better, just let the fish tell us what they want.
There's one. See my bait? Just tickling bottom right there. And then, so when that bulb gets to be bigger around and brighter, I know I got one on. Before I could even have to look at the rod. Now we got some rain coming here. Just started. Oh, you got it. You got it. I seen him coming up underneath that one. That's a good one. Yep. Female. Sweet, dude. I seen him eat it. All right, so we're looking for these ones, guys, with the big white bellies.
Go tell your friends.
Go tell your friends. Oh, see?
Look at that.
So here's what they're eating. Here's what I fed it. About that long. So if we are able to get, if we're able to get 5 like that, it could be worse days.
Oh, with the front coming in?
Yeah.
Hell knows what these fish are gonna do.
Hi, Dylan. Good, bud. How are you? Mark's doing a color change.
Yes, sir.
Mark, how does it feel to know that in 2 days it might feel like 40 degrees colder than it does right now?
I'm so excited, Joe.
Good. Thank you, Mark Michael.
Okay, before we go anywhere, you're dressed. We're gonna take that garbage dump park, take a ride in the general, then we'll come back.
We're gonna what?
Take a ride in the general.
Mark's side by side. He's trying to get me to buy one of these.
Hey, help me pick this up.
Hey, do you need help?
Yeah.
All right, Mark, so based on what you saw today, what cashes a check in this 2-day tournament with the weather that's coming up here?
Well, I would say that you get 9 pounds, you got a good chance of cashing a check.
So 18 pounds to cash.
Yep. And, you know, with this many boats, there's always going to be somebody that comes in with one big bag. But I think you've got a chance with 23 pounds to win the whole damn tournament. I mean, you figure 23 pounds, that's 11 and a half a day. So, I mean, going by what we've seen, I mean, think about it. If you get an 18 2-pounder, I mean, you come in, you get 4 18s and then just pop a 20, 21. I think that's going to be a really good bag.
So that's what I want to do. We're just let's cover some ground and pull plugs tomorrow. Put 5 in there, decent ones, and then haul ass up to the dam and try to get a big bite. And maybe
deer.
Oh yeah, a bunch of deer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can definitely see pockets of life. You know, it's not. I mean, there's life scattered up and down a lot of the breaks, but there's definitely pockets of just higher volume when you get into them. You know, and you just see a lot more life swirling around. So.
Well, one thing that we learned today was
active target.
Active target. Using the active target. You're the guru on that. I'm new. I was amazed. And when we found him, we caught him.
Thank you. Everything is dry. That fan. So now tomorrow when it's below freezing, lids are going to be open. This will be good. Nice.